Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being truly well-informed. Each episode, we take a stack of sources and distill the most important nuggets of knowledge and insights specifically for you.
Today we're diving deep into M Montgomery's beloved classic Anne of the Island, a story that's, well, it's far more than just a charming tale.
Right. It's got layers.
Exactly. Our mission in this deep dive is to truly unpack how Anne Shirley navigates that really tumultuous transition from a spirited girl into a mature young woman.
Yeah.
We'll explore the enduring threads of friendship, the surprising complexities of evolving love, her academic ambitions, and importantly, how she confronts life's inevitable changes and losses.
It's all about her journey to finding clarity, isn't it? And her true self amidst a world that's constantly shifting.
And how her unique perception shapes her reality through it all. How she sees the world makes all the difference.
And all of our insights today come directly from specific, poignant excerpts of Anne of the Island itself, so that allows for a really focused exploration of these pivotal moments and character developments.
Definitely.
So let's start at the beginning of this big change. What strikes you as the most significant turning point as Anne prepares to leave her beloved Green Gables?
Well, it's the setting itself, I think. It's the very landscape of Prince Edward Island that sets this melancholic yet serene tone for transition.
Montgomery is so good at that.
She really is. She paints this picture of autumn as Anne prepares for Redmond. The sea roaring hollowly, the fields bare and sere, and even the lake of shining waters is described as a clear, steadfast, serene blue, like it's past all moods and tenses of emotion.
It's like nature is reflecting her own feelings.
Exactly. It's a natural world mirroring Anne's own internal landscape, signaling not just a change in season, but a profound shift in her life.
It's such a perfect opening, isn't it? Anne's emotional departure from Green Gables is, well, you can really feel it. She grapples with the horrible thought of leaving this beloved place, a place so deeply intertwined with her very identity.
Yes, she laments, home and I are such good friends.
That bittersweet farewell to the familiar feels incredibly relatable. It's that universal pang, of leaving childhood comfort behind.
And that feeling of severing old ties is underscored by a deeply symbolic moment. The desecration of the Green Gables spare room.
Oh, right. The spare room.
For Anne, this room had always been this sort of sacred shrine, a place of childhood awe and mystery. Now it's being stripped bare for Mrs. Lynde's move.
So it's not just furniture being moved.
No, not at all. It's a physical representation of the breaking of old connections and the inevitable, well, erosion of childhood perceptions.
That's a powerful image. And even her best friend Diana feels lonesome at the thought of Anne leaving. And for her part, tries to maintain this performative cheer, but you can almost hear the tremor in her voice as she acknowledges their parting of the ways as they officially step into adulthood.
It's a brave face.
Definitely. For a deeply emotional moment.
Indeed. Anne's profound homesickness is vividly expressed on her journey to Kingsport. Despite having longed for 3 years to go to Redmond, she now feels like Byron's Childe Harold.
That's quite a dramatic comparison.
It is, but it fits. It's a reference to Byron's famous melancholic wandering hero, perfectly echoing Anne's unexpected and almost existential longing for home. She admits she wishes she weren't going.
Even after wanting it for so long.
Right. And the pain of separation is further emphasized by Davy's dramatic refusal to say goodbye. His muffled howls are the last sort of heart-wrenching sounds Anne hears as she leaves Green Gables.
Oh, Davy!
It's a visceral, almost primal expression of the pain of separation, reflecting Anne's own internal struggle with letting go of childhood itself.
That sense of longing, despite achieving a long-held dream, is so relatable.
Yeah.
So after that intense emotional journey, what's her initial impression of Kingsport itself?
Well, when she finally arrives, her initial impression of Redmond is this overwhelming feeling of insignificance. Yeah, she describes herself as the teeniest drop in a most enormous bucket, feeling almost invisible.
Wow, that's a huge shift from Avonlea.
It's a stark contrast to being the Queen Anne of Avonlea, and it's a common experience, I think, for anyone stepping into a larger, unfamiliar world.
And her friend Priscilla Grant echoes this discomfort, right? Feeling as big and awkward as I did, as if I were sprawled all over Redmond.
Yes. That shared sense of displacement truly highlights the unfamiliarity and the overwhelming nature of their new environment. It makes their connection all the more vital, really.
So what does Anne do? How does she cope?
Anne's immediate reaction to this feeling of being lost is to seek comfort in the familiar, even if it's symbolic. She heads straight for Old St. John's graveyard.
The graveyard.
hoping to imagine herself in the Avonlea woods among the trees. It's a quiet, almost melancholic search for grounding, trying to reconnect with her roots in this brand new, overwhelming world.
So, as Anne navigates this new world at Redmond, trying to find her footing, a truly vibrant and, well, unexpected friendship begins to blossom, doesn't it? Tell us about Philippa Gordon.
Ah, Philippa, or Phil, as she's known. She's introduced as this utterly charming, vivacious, and sort of unexpected ally.
She just bursts onto the scene.
Completely. She has an immediate, almost effusive desire for connection. She exclaims, "I want to know who you two girls are," and she's instantly convinced they're going to adore each other.
She's like pure energy.
She's sunshine personified, yeah. Contrasting beautifully with Anne's more contemplative nature.
And Phil is just delightful in her self-contradictions. What strikes me as so delightful about her is her affliction with indecision, remember that?
Oh, definitely.
And her claim that she's not half so silly as I seem on the surface, and that almost comical, astounding statement about her own beauty needing someone else's opinion to bolster mine up.
It's wonderful. Anne, at first, perceives her as a dear, kissable baby who might never really grow up. But their bond quickly deepens. It shows how different personalities can truly enrich one another.
And this new dynamic, this group forming, it leads somewhere really practical too, doesn't it? Patty's place.
Yes. It's fueled by their shared desire for independence and a sense of belonging. Stella Maynard, another friend from Queens, proposes that she, Anne, and Priscilla club together to rent a house in Kingsport.
With Stella's Up Jamesina as their housekeeper.
Exactly. It's a practical solution to their shared dislike of boarding houses, but more importantly, it's a massive step towards true autonomy.
And the search for this dream house initially feels like a castle in the air, right? Full of challenges.
Yeah. So many houses were either too big, too small, too expensive, or too far out. It seemed impossible for a bit.
But then a miracle happens when they discover Patty's place. It almost feels destined for them.
It really does. And the owners, Miss Patty and Miss Maria Spofford, they are quite the quirky characters themselves.
Aren't they just...
What's fascinating here is that they decide to rent the house to Anne, not just for the money, but because of Anne's genuine love for the place. She just connected with it.
That's so Anne.
It's a testament to her inherent charm and ability to connect with people on a deeper level. And the Spoffords themselves are about to embark on their own adventure, planning to run over Egypt and see the Sphinx.
Just casually run over Egypt. Love it.
And another layer of charming eccentricity to the whole thing.
And the girls throw themselves into making Patty's place their nest with immense joy.
They really do. Anne Jamesina arrives with her contributions, including those mothball-reeking quilts from Mrs. Lind.
Which somehow end up being coveted.
Right, by their gruff old millionaire neighbor who desired one. It really becomes their own unique haven, a place where they can truly be themselves and build a life on their own terms.
So life at Patty's place gets established. What's it like?
Well, it quickly took on its own vibrant rhythm, complete with charming quirks. Like Rusty, the defiant cat who just decided he lived there and adopted Anne.
The disreputable-looking one.
That's him. And Phil, in her earnest but hilariously misguided way, even attempts to chloroform him humanely.
Oh, I remember this.
Only to be comically foiled by a tiny knothole in the box.
So much for Phil's scientific endeavors. It sounds like Patty's place quickly became quite the lively, unpredictable haven.
Absolutely. And then Aunt Jamesina arrives with her own cats, Joseph, and the very stately Sarah cat.
More cats.
Leading to some amusing feline dynamics where the Sarah cat quickly establishes undisputed rule, while Joseph and Rusty, surprisingly, become sworn friends.
It's those little domestic details that really bring it to life.
They truly illustrate how the girls quickly forged their own unique, independent home, far from the rules of a boarding house.
And this new independent collegiate life found its own social rhythm too, right? A clear break from their past.
Definitely. Friday evenings, for example, were strictly reserved for callers, establishing Patty's place as this vibrant hub of new friendships and intellectual exchanges. It's a significant departure from their old, more sheltered lives in Avonlea. Hashtag 3, the labyrinth of the heart and the shadow of loss.
So as Anne matures and builds this new life, her heart, as you might expect, becomes quite well, entangled.
Uh,
What are some of these early romantic encounters that shape her understanding of love?
well, first, there's the utterly surprising and, to Anne, completely grotesque proposal from Billy Andrews.
Oh, the one relayed by Sister Jane.
That's the one. It's so far from her romantic ideals that it's almost laughable, really.
Yeah.
It highlights how disconnected some expectations of marriage were from genuine affection at the time.
And then comes her engagement to Roy Gardner. Now, he seems like the real deal at first glance.
He does. He embodies her childhood Prince Charming ideal with his glorious dark eyes and pleading voice.
The whole package.
Pretty much. But despite this apparent perfection, what's fascinating here is Anne's growing unease. She senses an indefinable zest was missing.
Something's not quite right.
Exactly. She begins to question if life with him, despite being outwardly ideal, would actually be, well, uninteresting. It forces her, and us as readers, to redefine what true connection really feels like.
And all this time, Gilbert is still around.
This internal conflict is further complicated by Gilbert Blythe's persistent, quiet presence. Anne's blushes whenever his name or Christine Stewart's is mentioned clearly betray her outward claims of indifference.
She protests too much.
Totally. It's a beautiful, subtle portrayal of her true feelings for Gilbert, much deeper than she admits even to herself.
But life isn't just about romance. Beyond matters of the heart, Anne confronts mortality in a really direct way with the poignant story of Ruby Gillis's farewell.
Yes, that's a heavy part of the book. Ruby battles galloping consumption, which we now understand is a rapidly progressing form of tuberculosis, denying her illness until the very end.
And her fear is so raw.
It really is. Her raw fear of dying is explicitly stated. I don't want to die. I'm afraid to die. It's a stark, unavoidable reality that just intrudes upon their otherwise youthful collegiate world.
How does Anne handle that, trying to comfort her friend?
Anne struggles profoundly to offer comfort in that moment. She finds it difficult to articulate her evolving thoughts on heaven. She suggests it might not be so very different from life here.
That's quite a shift from her earlier, more conventional views.
It shows her maturing understanding, definitely. It's a more complex view than her childhood beliefs, shaped by her own experiences of joy and beauty in the world she knows.
And in death, Ruby's earthy beauty undergoes this kind of symbolic transformation.
Yes, death had touched it and consecrated it, revealing a purity and delicacy never seen before. It's a truly poignant moment.
And Mrs. Lynde's observation about Ruby's unfinished embroidery. There's always a piece of unfinished work left, but I suppose there's always someone to finish it. That just hits hard.
It does. It offers a quiet, profound reflection on continuity and the different ways love and life endure, even beyond loss.
Speaking of enduring affection, we then encounter a truly remarkable 20-year courtship.
Oh yes, the story of Janet Sweet and John Douglas. Quite something.
20 years.
Their relationship is characterized by his unspoken affection, initially due to a promise he made to his dying mother not to marry while she lived.
And Anne tries to intervene, of course.
Of course, Anne, ever the romantic, attempts to inject some spirit into Janet, encouraging her to take a firm stand, which, ironically, leads to a dramatic, icy rejection of John.
So Anne's meddling backfires.
Initially, yes. But Anne, ever the loyal friend, isn't about to let 2 decades go to waste. She spontaneously intervenes again, literally physically dragging John Douglas back to Janet's.
No way.
Yes. And their long-stalled romance finally resolves after his mother's death. It's testament not only to the power of patience, but sometimes, as Anne shows, a little directness and even, well, bold action is needed.
It's quite the story.
And this story is perfectly complemented by Mrs. Skinner's pragmatic yet touching perspective on choosing love over wealth in marriage.
What does she say?
She advises that folks can't get along together in this world without a little bit of love. A simple, profound truth that resonates deeply with Anne's own romantic dilemmas and her journey toward understanding what truly matters in a partnership.
Anne's journey wouldn't be complete without exploring her literary ambitions.
Oh.
She has big dreams, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely. She dreams of writing serious stories for fame, not filthy lucre, aiming for the bigger, more prestigious magazines.
But what happens when her early attempts, like her story Averil's Atonement, face rejections?
Well, what happens is a rather mortifying blow to her artistic ideals. Her friend Diana, with the best intentions but utterly misguided judgment.
Oh dear, what does Diana do?
She submits Anne's story to a baking powder company contest, and Anne wins.
Oh no.
Oh yes, Anne is utterly humiliated and feels an outraged sensibility at winning a prize for what amounts to an advertisement. She calls it sacrilege to her burgeoning literary dreams.
It's that classic clash, isn't it? Artistic integrity versus the harsh realities of needing to make a living or at least get published somewhere.
Exactly. And Gilbert Blythe, ever the pragmatist, offers a much-needed dose of reality, reminding her gently that board and tuition fees have to be paid.
Good old Gilbert. And Aunt Jamesina has some wisdom, too.
She does. With her wise, if maybe slightly perplexing, advice, she simply tells Anne to never write a line you would be ashamed to read at your own funeral.
Wow, what a fantastic piece of advice.
It really is. It suggests that true integrity isn't about fame, necessarily, but about authenticity and staying true to yourself.
So, shifting back to her heart, the defining moment, the real turning point, comes with Gilbert's illness, right?
Yes, Gilbert's near-fatal typhoid fever. This brush with loss is a absolute visceral awakening for Anne.
She realized.
In that agonizing uncertainty, she realizes her deep love for him. She thinks, I knew then, and I thought it was too late. It's the kind of clarity that only facing a potential loss like that can bring.
And the relief when she finds out he'll recover must be immense.
Oh, completely. The relief that sweeps over her with Pacifique's news of Gilbert's recovery is huge. This very lank, very ragged, very homely youth who brings the news is suddenly transformed in her eyes to be beautiful as those who bring good tidings.
It's a moment of profound emotional clarity.
It reshapes her entire future, really.
And around this time, Anne also makes a deeply meaningful pilgrimage, doesn't she, to her birthplace?
Yes, to Bolingbroke. There she discovers her parents' letters, which makes them feel real to her for the first time.
That must have been powerful.
Incredibly. It helps her finally overcome that feeling of being an orphan no longer. She felt like she had opened a book and found roses of yesterday, a beautiful, profound connection to her past that grounds her identity as she moves forward.
So this newfound clarity about her past and about her feelings for Gilbert presumably helps her deal with Roy Gardner.
It does. It allows Anne to finally refuse Roy Gardner. She realizes definitively that he is not her kindred spirit.
And it's painful but necessary.
Yes. It's described as a diamond disillusion of childhood repeated, that painful but ultimately liberating clash between an idealized dream and the complex, authentic reality of what she truly needs in a partner.
Which leads, finally,
to the culmination. The beautiful reconciliation and declaration of love between Anne and Gilbert. They mark it as the birthday of our happiness.
even though they know they have to wait.
Exactly. Despite the understanding that they would have to wait 3 years for Gilbert to finish medical school, and that their future together would likely have no diamond sunbursts in marble halls, their love is settled and true.
It's a choice for authentic connection.
Over superficial grandeur. Absolutely.
So, reflecting on her time at Redmond as a whole, what are the big takeaways for Anne?
Well, she gained significant wisdom, learning to view each little hindrance as a jest and each great one as the foreshadowing of victory. That's a profound shift in her perspective.
It demonstrates her remarkable resilience and optimism.
It really does. And Anne Jamesina offers an incredibly insightful perspective on college versus life experience. She states, pretty bluntly, experience teaches sense. You can't learn it in a college course.
Huh. I like Aunt Jamesina.
She believes that while college provides knowledge, true wisdom, the kind that shapes character and understanding, comes from navigating life's challenges, the ups and downs.
And friendships evolve too, like with Diana.
Yes. As their paths diverge, Diana's wedding and new motherhood underscore that while things can't be quite the same, their oath of friendship endures.
That's important.
It shows that true connections can adapt and persist through life's biggest changes, evolving rather than breaking.
So the ultimate lesson is?
Ultimately, Anne learns an overarching lesson that truly encapsulates her journey. All life lessons are not learned at college. Life teaches them everywhere. Her story is a testament to this, proving that growth happens in every experience, big or small, academic or personal. Hashtag outro.
Anne Shirley's journey in Anne of the Island is truly remarkable, isn't it? She transforms from this dreaming girl into a mature young woman.
She really does. Embracing life's complexities, the bittersweet nature of change, and the enduring power of genuine connections that profoundly shape who she is.
It's a story of becoming.
Her story leaves us with, I think, a provocative thought. Anne and Gilbert chose a love that meant waiting. It lacked immediate diamond sunbursts and marble halls.
Right.
So what does it truly mean for you, listening now, to find a kindred spirit? and to build a life rich in meaning and shared understanding, especially when it doesn't align with those initial grand expectations or, immediate gratification.
That's a great question. What kind of wealth does such a choice promise in the long run? Something to think about.